Hello there, everybody. Welcome to this new moon, supermoon co-creation meditation in Virgo. Now, this is a world service, and I am calling all of you, please, just to stay with me in this meditation, because this is going to be a very, very powerful healing for the collective. And if you're new to me, my name is Rosanna. I channel RozyGlow, which is the soft pink flame of divine grace that allows us to let go easily of what no longer serves us. And at the moment, it is delusion and illusion. No more lies. It's time for us to stop lying to ourselves and to remove the blinkers, to remove the earplugs, and to remove the muzzles and actually get on with seeing the uncomfortable truth of what it is, so that we can actually start to make decisions as a collective that are truly for our highest good, not the greatest good. The greater good is a little bit misleading. So if you like the sound of that, please hit the subscribe and notifications button, because you are subscribing to grace. You are subscribing to this collective consciousness, which we are going to be channeling together to allow a big shift in the world. I am definitely seeing alternate narratives make it into the mainstream, but I'm also seeing a lot of ridicule of these, which is standard practice. You can see I'm dressed to pack no punches today. Like, I've got a lot of energy. And if you're new to the way that we work, we're going to do a little cacao toast first. Then we're going to have a quick little chat about what's going on in the collective and for us individually, set our intention, and then move through a co-creation meditation. So what is it I do? I am a multidimensional success coach. I teach people to live as their higher selves, to move through fear running their lives, and to move into their higher self, soul consciousness running their lives. We have a lot of fear to clear up. So welcome those of you who are here. Welcome, Irina, lovely Irina. So we have a goddess here getting ready to birth the new age, the star seeds that are coming to help to shift this perspective on this planet. And what I really want to put forward as an intention globally is the idea that we can get our governments to reflect our true values. And we will do this if we can get clear what our true values are. And there is a lot that we need to sift through, because there's so much in the collective that is confusing. But you know what? The heart knows truth, and this is what we are going to really connect with. So hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Keep coming in. Now, I've written quite a lot about what we're going to be doing today, and I'm really fascinated by the three monkeys, the hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. And it makes me feel like these monkeys are in denial. So we can't ignore what is there, and all that it takes for evil to prevail is for good people to do nothing. I'm going to ask you one thing. It's very, very important right now. Please do make sure that you subscribe to my RozyGlow website. Go ahead and link to the Star Salutation Prosperity Practice, which is only going to bring more money into your life, more prosperity, all the things that you could possibly want. It's also going to allow you to access me back end, because I have to be careful what I'm saying online, and at the same time I'm not prepared to be muzzled. So in case I suddenly disappear off these channels, you know why. You will find me on my website though, and please make sure you tick all of the boxes saying you want all of the information to come to you, because that way I can really support the shift as you want it to be, and this makes it part of our tribe, our energy, rather than being open to attack from outside forces. Hey Danny, hey Lizzie, hey Dawn, good to see you all. So this room is going to be my office soon. At the moment, it's the room that I'm kind of working through. Now we've got 8 of us here. Let's get on with a little co-create. Let's get on with our cacao toast. So if you're new to ceremonial grade cacao, it is basically what connects us to our heart truth. It is said that the cacao diva, who is the spirit of the cacao plant, the cacao bean, helps us to restore balance and harmony on this planet when this planet is out of balance. And that means balance and harmony within ourselves, but also between nature and humanity. And one of the things I'm definitely going to address today is, how have we got to this point that we have this global apparent pandemic? Why have we got here, and what can we do about it? Because the way things are being put forward as the solution are not the solution for our sustainable growth. They are actually the solution for our dissolution. And it does take brave eyes to see through this, but I want to awaken within every one of you the capacity to be discerning and to critically examine the information that you receive, because there is not one newspaper, one media channel, one social media platform that isn't biased and in some way seeking to influence your perception of what is and isn't real. And it's time that we connect to pure source consciousness and remember that we are here as divine humans. We're here to live our soul truth, and to move beyond the illusion of what's going on this planet. And we have been a prison planet for thousands of years, but we are meant to be a planet of freedom and choice. And this is the invitation to restore. So if you like the sound of that, please like this video. And again, remember to subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks. So I've got my little bridie corn cup here, thanks to the lovely Genevieve, who's been with me for a very long time. Let's just take a moment. If you're not drinking cacao, just bring your hands to your heart. Take a moment to close your eyes and become aware of the fact that there is a lot of nervous energy with the Virgo New Moon to ground, to earth, to make useful. So before we go anywhere, just allow yourself to download around you a beautiful sphere of compassion. If you're new to this, this is an alchemical, multidimensional and holographic sphere that is representative of each of our individual and collective realities. And this sphere is full, it's made up of trillions of little spheres all spinning on their own axis to the frequency of pure compassion. This compassion is for you, how much you care, everything you've been through and everything you ever will go through. So in order to activate our connection to this sphere, just draw with your nose a sphere or a circle in the air in front of you. And then go the other way. So you are creating that boundary. And it is important we have boundaries. It is important we honor yes and a no. And this is a time for no. And draw your nose up and down. And this is you connecting your core line to source of all that is, and also to the ascending earth paradigm we call Gaia. This is the new earth reality that we are co-creating, not the old world of struggle and strife and living from a fear-based consciousness. So now we take a moment to drop into our hearts and to welcome the Cacao Diva into our hearts. So the way we do this is take a moment to imagine a smile across your heart and take a moment to smile back at that lovely smile. This is the truth of you. And we invite into our hearts the capacity to see easily what is beyond us, what normally causes confusion. And to be able to decipher that soft, loving voice that speaks truth, that allows us to go where it's difficult to go. And to download the miracle consciousness required to allow a shift in our perception so we can feel empowered rather than powerless. And we can feel brave enough to see beyond what we've allowed ourselves to see before. So may each of us remember our power through this co-creation meditation. Maybe we be willing to release blame. May we be willing to own what we truly want for ourselves in the world. And may we open to all possibilities so that we can see a new way through. And we can have the courage to stand up and be counted and be seen. And to speak our truth clearly so it can be heard. When you're ready, in order to anchor this intention, we call in the new moon frequencies. We invite the energy of this beautiful supermoon to charge us up. So let the energy of the new moon just flow down through the crown of your head, down through your body, down into the earth beneath you, into your earth chakra. Just let it spin there. It's about 3 feet under the earth, a meter or so. And then spread it around the planet. Move a little bit if you like as well. As though you're connecting to every other brother and sister that is seeking to uplift this planet from the state that it's currently in, for the highest good of all. We intend the win-win-win in everything. We intend to be pure channels of source energy and to support a mass awakening in humanity, a mass deprogramming from delusion. That's the invitation today. So to activate this, I'm going to send the sound Ma into the earth, Om into the universe, and Un from our hearts to each other. which is the unified consciousness sound. Just before we do that, as you spread the light of this lovely new moon around the planet, send it into the heart of Gaia, the center of this beautiful planet. Awaken the crystalline codes that will support you to remember your divinity. And then pull that energy up from the center of the earth through your earth chakra, all the way back up through your body and out through the crown of your head. So this is a fountain of love light flowing through you into your energy field, into your sphere of compassion, and then back up to source. Sound Ma now, then Om, then Am. Deep breath. Ma. Rest in your breath and call your angels, teachers, guides, the ascended masters that work through you, your star family, soul family. All of the beings of love light that are of the purest frequencies of love light that support you on your soul purpose and me on mine. Please do enter into our energy fields now. Show your support. Guide us. And may I be a channel of pure source energy for the highest good of all of the collective. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So gently bow your head to your lovely heart. Smile again. And gently come back. Welcome. Good to see you all. So we've got Jid here, we've got Lizzie's that turned up, and SP Lemke. I don't know what your name is. Please tell me what your name is. So we're drinking our cacao. Can we have some more likes, please, on the little thumb thing here? Cool, thank you very much. Just checking that I'm not going to run out of battery. Good. Okay, so just before I go into the co-creation meditation, one of the reasons that I feel it's so important for everybody to sign up, if you haven't already, to the Star Salutation Prosperity Practice, is it's all about increasing prosperity. Now, money is power on our planet today, right? That is the currency. That seems to be the movement of power. Now, power has got a lot of negative connotations. You hear things like power corrupts, absolute power corrupts, absolutely. The abuse of power comes as no surprise. And I want to love all of that up today. I want to know also, and this is time for you to get your notebook out and consider, what is your relationship with power like? Do you generally feel powerful or powerless? Because the miracle magic that we're going to be working with today is to increase our sense of being powerful. But there's a difference between power for the sake of power and empowerment for the ability to be able to affect change in the areas of life that each of us feels super passionate about, okay? So let's just see, the billionaires, they got a lot of power, right? They got a lot more power than someone who has no money. Massive multinationals, they've got a lot more power. So it's time for those of us who care so much about the planet and all of its inhabitants to be far wealthier than we are, far more powerful than we are. And again, thanks for the likes, folks. If you like the sound of that, please do like again, because you are saying, yes, this is you. And I promise you, part of this process is that when you decide that you want something, what's out of alignment with it is going to come up. And this is why it's so important that today's meditation means that each of us is willing to see where we lie to ourselves, where we are not congruent with our truth. And I'm going to just say one thing that's really important. If you haven't yet looked at my Fearless, Empowered and Free to Be Me program, it's starting back up again this coming Wednesday, so next week. This is the program to deprogram you from fear, okay, and to allow you to discover how to live as your authentic truth, not your conditioned self, to move beyond the blocks that normally keep you stumbling time and again, and to allow yourself to co-create your reality in alignment with your soul's truth and the highest good of all. And we all need to be empowered and free at this moment. We all need to know how to channel fear constructively, because fear is there. It doesn't just go away, but you learn to manage it. And this is what I've been learning to do through my life, and it's what I want to share with you. So please do look it up. And remember, if you join the mailing list, you will see information come out about that as well. Okay, so hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Basically means be willing to see truth, be willing to hear truth, be willing to speak truth. This month, Virgo is all about the details, okay? It's about looking at where we do have power. And I'm going to ask you to look at the text box below this video and to check out the links that I've actually put there. Because again, what I say and what's around, I've got to be a little bit careful in how I put it out there. But basically, this is the time to be writing to your local government MPs. It is the time to be able to sign petitions. It is the time to take part in public referendums. It is the time to be seen. Yet we are living in a time when we are being silenced more than ever. And alternate narratives all have seeds of truth in them, however much they get ridiculed. Remember, most of us are not just, hanging around spouting nonsense for the sake of it. I have personally been involved in several areas of public health in my engagement with them to see where the discrepancies lie. And all I will say is that all is not as it seems, okay? And each of us is turning the table. So it's very important to remember that. Hello, hello, hello. And I will be doing a video next week about the link between the microbiome and this thing that everybody seems to be scared of at the moment, and how we can actually change our shift away from thinking everybody has to have something they might not want to have injected into them. And instead of that, there is a way of looking after the whole immune system. Now, whether or not this virus is man-made or it's actually grown as a result of an imbalance with nature, it still needs to be addressed. We are out of balance, and it is time we get back into balance. I'm just going to share with you something that one of my wonderful clients, Lucy, shared with me. And she asks this question that I'd like all of you to ponder too. So I keep coming back to the question we should really be asking our leaders. Why was there coronavirus in the first place? Some reasons I can think of: the overuse of antibiotics, the presence of antibiotics in our food source, the use of GM crops, the use of pesticides, the use of plastics, the increase in air pollution, the use of the internet and social media as a weapon, G3, G4 and G5. All of these over time, I think she means 3G, 4G and 5G. All of these over time have enabled coronavirus to exist and thrive. Or if you are of the persuasion that it was made in a lab, again, ask our leaders why coronavirus is here. Complete lack of transparency regarding the development of chemical or biological warfare. We need to develop ways to heal ourselves instead of expecting a Maxine to do it for us, okay? And that is the truth. There is no magic bullet except the magic bullet in here, and this is what we want to activate. So I want to remind you that 80% of the immune system is in the gut, and that's why the microbiome is so important. And the ideas that our governments currently have around sustainability are not sustainable. It is not sustainable to go to developing countries and give them seeds that can only harvest once, that they then need to buy again. It is not sustainable to expect people to live on Frankenstein foods, frankly, that the body does not recognize. I would also encourage you to look at the link, because people are not looking at this yet, of those who tend to rely on allopathic medicine and go for regular visits to their doctors and basically take prescribed medication regularly and don't balance themselves out, and perhaps have a few of those things rather regularly, maybe yearly and other stuff, and how they are responding to this virus. Because it is my opinion, that those who are staying mostly away from all of that and have been looking after their health and well-being through holistic methods are actually the ones that are doing best with regard to being able to not have the ill effects of this. And it's so important now, because our whole planet is basically being told that it has to be suppressed and it has to be controlled in order for us to get over this great big terrible thing that is killing us all. The truth is, though, it isn't. And that's where we need to get to, is we've gone from deaths to cases. And we're seeing a severe inflammatory reaction in some people. And the question is, what is different about those people than others? And this is something we really, really have to look at. So today, when we go into the co-creation meditation, we are going to be working with The idea that everybody who up till now has needed to stay in a state of denial because it is just too scary for them to contemplate the idea that those that have supposedly been looking after our best interests do not have our best interests at heart. And that is going to lead to a mass anger outburst, which is something we really need to be able to hold and transmute very, very quickly. So everyone who's involved in this work, we're all healers of some description, we're all therapists, we're all educators. We're here to be able to actually help that shift. So remember, you're being prepared for that, especially if you're going through a lot of stuff yourself personally, is to purge your stuff so that you can actually then move into a place where you can really support others. And part of this is we need to be well provided for. We need to let go of our lack consciousness, our poverty consciousness, and our need for someone to come and save us, because no one is coming to save us. We can get support, but no one is going to save us. When we realize we're saving ourselves, we empower ourselves to gather whatever material resources we need so we can be of service without being frazzled. And that is what I'm going to be working with you. Anyone who's working with me, that is what I'm supporting you to do. So divine prosperity and sustainable wealth is also something new that I'm developing as a course. And this is something that's going to be available for free to anyone who joins Fearless this round. So I encourage you to get in touch ASAP. All right. Hey Helen, good to see you. Okay, so why don't we just get into this co-creation? I think this is going to be important. I want to keep it all a little short and sweet. So rub your hands together. Have your magical tools around you. So have a little shake. I have got several crystals here. I'm absolutely loving Labradorite at the moment. I'm going to thank Steph for this because it connects you to the elemental kingdom. Last night, I got such a huge download from the stars, from my star family. I just had to sit and write, and they were basically telling me what was going to happen next, which for me was phenomenal. Tiger's Eye, amazing for courage, okay? Amazing for just feeling strong. Ruby, this really just helps me feel anchored into my earth chakra. This is raw ruby, and I really, really like working with it. I can feel my root chakra and earth chakra connecting through this. And citrine for joy and hope and confidence. This works so well for the solar plexus. So if any of you want a crystal grid, please get in touch because I sell grids for the house. They're all ethically sourced, and there's lots and lots of crystals to choose from. So I've got those near me now. These are my magical tools. And in terms of the oil of choice that I'm using today, it is On Guard for spiritual and physical protection, okay? All right, let's do this. Rubbing your hands together. Having a little shake. Bringing your hands to your heart. So just allow yourself to breathe into your heart space and recognize that whether you are watching this for the first time as a replay or you're here live, we're all connecting to each other energetically. Again, remember that beautiful sphere of compassion that's always surrounding you. And the core line that connects from source to Gaia through your earth chakra. Just take a moment to visualize everybody that is partaking in their own sphere of compassion. And then around all of us, one huge sphere of compassion. And there is also a sphere of compassion around our planet. I want to honor my teacher, Susanna Kennedy. She shared a phenomenal meditation with us last week with her Light Body Adventure team, which I'm very proud to be a part of. And I'm going to be sharing aspects of that with you today. So when you're ready, take a nice deep breath in. Lovely long breath out. Release any tension, any worry, any stress from your body. Send it into the earth. Breathe in again. Expand your chest. And then when you're ready, please do repeat after me after you breathe out. I am all that is. I am the one self I am. I am that I am. I am the source of my creations. I am the creator of my reality. I am a multi-dimensional being of love and light. I am sovereign. I am free. I am invisible. I am invincible. I am impenetrable. I am untrackable. I am untraceable to anyone or anything of malevolent intent. I am choosing to use my power wisely. I am divine discernment. I am divine intent. I am divine wisdom. I am co-creating my personal paradise with grace and ease, in alignment with the win-win-win in everything and the highest good of all. I am choosing to thrive. I am aligned with the divine all of the time. I am willing to release all fear of speaking truth, hearing truth, and seeing truth of divine nature. I am choosing to be a force for good in my physical reality. I am letting go, gracefully and easily, of any impingements that keep me in a state of victim consciousness and powerlessness. I am strong. I am brave. I am commanding the highest good of all is what materializes in the new earth paradigm and my physical reality. On behalf of myself and the collective. I am that I am. So now release your hands. Allow your palms to rest up so you're receiving divine guidance. And take a moment to cleanse our crystals and magical tools. So you can just hover your hand over them and just listen to this prayer or share it with me if you know it. I cleanse these crystals and magical tools to renew their power so they may bring peace and harmony and benefit humankind. I command that all unhelpful energy, all lower frequency energy, be taken to where it can be transmuted into the purest vibrations of love and light. And so it is, and so it shall be. Thank you. So looking around your sphere of compassion, which is your reality bubble, please do expand it to be as big as the space that you're in. Remember, this is a safe space for you to release what no longer serves you. So as you look around the wall of this sphere, you will see that the sphere is made of trillions of little spheres, concentric spheres, spheres within spheres, all vibrating to this frequency of compassion. and also vibrating to divine truth and the release of all distortions within us. So please now create a replica sphere in front of you, about the size of a football, knowing it will expand to contain everything that you are releasing. And invite now the release from your physical being, emotional, psychological, and energetic, any and all bubbles of delusion. So you can imagine that these little bubbles are rising out from your skin, rising out from your body and from your energy field, and floating into the sphere in front of you. And these are all bubbles of illusion and delusion. So commanding now any and all lies and misperceptions relating to what we hear as truth be released from our being into the sphere in front of us, so that we can listen and know through our hearts when there is truth being spoken and when there isn't. This is claircognizance, deep knowing. So releasing now all distortions of truth that we hear that influence us in some shape or form and make us compliant. Whatever narrative is dominant, releasing now cellular, molecular, atomic, subatomic memory, waves and particles of quantum field and photon stream. All dimensions, all space and time. And as you allow all those little bubbles to be released willingly, now we switch to the bubbles of delusion and illusion regarding what we see, what we perceive as truth with our eyes. Allowing ourselves to release the need to lie to ourselves through how we perceive what we see. More layers of our being, all space and time. Allow those bubbles to move out of you. Deep breaths in, long breaths out. You can breathe out through your mouth into the sphere, and I'll give you a little clue. Those people who have pain in a particular area, like I've jarred my lower back, there's going to be stuff there. Fear of speaking out and not being supported, fear of being persecuted, fear of being hurt in some way for speaking up. Particularly, I've noticed a fear of physical torture. So just allow yourself to focus on the areas of your body that give you pain. Remember, those are cellular memory stories that need releasing. So just bring your attention there and willingly release from there all the distortions regarding what you've heard and what you see. Just let it all flow out into the sphere in front of you. And now we go with what we speak. So releasing any and all need to distort truth for our own gain, to muzzle ourselves because we're scared of being retributed, judged, persecuted. We're scared of attack, either for ourselves or our families or our loved ones. Just let it all go. You can literally imagine you are removing the metaphorical mask, bubbles, all these bubbles relating to this, into the sphere. Remove those metaphorical earplugs and the metaphorical blinkers, put them all into the sphere. And release the fear of the discomfort of facing truth. Divine truth, not personal truth, it's divine truth. Truth is incredibly subjective. There is truth that we can all resonate with, which is love. So anything that is the absence of love within us, go now. And in particular, releasing from the mental body, all of the thought forms, the beliefs, the expectations that relate to we have no power, we have to just accept the way things are and do our best. Things will be the way they are. I can't speak up. Struggle is all I know, therefore it's all that will be. Money is bad, power is bad, just put all of that in the sphere. And releasing now from the emotional body too. any and all pain stories relating to speaking up and being punished in any way, shape, or form. And releasing from the etheric and the physical bodies now all of the memories of pain, of persecution, of needing to fear for our lives and our livelihood, standing up and being counted. And releasing the need to try and understand everything with your mind, which is very, very limited in what it can perceive. Just let it go. Beautiful. So this is continuing. The sphere in front is starting to spin faster and faster and faster. And we're bringing down now the pure, clear flame of divine infinite love that restores everything to pure 0 point raw creative energy, source energy. So just say 3 times, I am divine infinite love. I am divine infinite love. I am divine infinite love. And let this rain down upon you, through you, around the planet, into her heart, back up through you and into the sphere. Just know this is happening. It's going into that sphere and it is raising up those particles of density into pure infinite love light. So you'll see that the sphere will become crystal clear. And now we're going to call down divine grace, which allows us to let go easily without needing to dramatize in our lives the things that we're letting go of. Again, it's the soft pink flame, call it in. I am divine grace, I am divine grace, I am divine grace. Pull that down through your body, around the planet, through her heart, back up through you and into the sphere. Know that this is happening for you, whether you can keep up with my speed or not, just trust it's happening. Whether you can see it or not, it's happening. The sphere's spinning super fast, clear and soft pink light. We're going to bring in one more flame, which is the flame of the diamond fire. And this is a violet flame that has a diamond dust in it that reflects the colors of the rainbow. And what this does is it helps us easily raise our consciousness from fear, from 3D, and from mysticism in 4D, into empowerment in 5D. So, I am the diamond fire, I am the diamond fire, I am the diamond fire. Oh, yeah. Just bring that down through your body, around the planet, into her heart, back up through you and into the sphere. Let that sphere spin super fast. So now we are intending that all aspects of our being evolve to their highest expression, evolve into that perception of empowerment and to the frequency of divine will and co-creation, divine co-creation. So seeing that sphere now, spinning super fast, and allowing divine ears, divine mind, divine tongue, and divine eyes to materialize within that sphere. So I'd like you to imagine there's an earpiece in there that you can put in and you can only hear truth. There are glasses in there that you can put in that you can only see truth. And there is, it's not a muzzle, but there's a tongue that you can receive and a throat upgrade that will allow you to speak your truth clearly without fear. It's a jewel. It's a jewel. And within there is a brain upgrade as well. So these are like 4 aspects that you can take as tools. So when you're ready, create a rainbow bridge from your heart into the sphere. Step into it. Take the earpieces, put them in your ears. We're now programmed for divine truth. Take your glasses that allow you to see truth beyond illusion. Take your new brain and put it in so that your neuro pathways can now be trained to see how you can act for the highest good and make a difference. And then taking a jewel that you can put into your throat that's going to speak your truth beautifully. So typically we have blue stones connected with the throat. I'm going to ask you to bring in celestite. And that celestite is a gentle blue that you can just gently imagine that it's actually a necklace that you're putting on. Okay, it's a necklace of divine truth that allows you to speak this truth with love so it can be perceived, it can be witnessed and heard. You can be seen, and when you speak, others listen, they hear it. The denial filters have gone. Now absorb the energy of this refinement. Take this into you so we can anchor it. You will feel like a celestite frequency coming through you. This allows you to upgrade your energy in alignment with your divine blueprint. So your physical body is getting an upgrade. It's very soothing, very calming of the nervous system. And allow your necklace to be exquisite. You can even have a crown if you want, so you can really channel that divine frequency. And this is the idea now, okay, that we can just allow ourselves to be the frequency that people want to be around and hear and watch and act with. Giving permission for an alternate narrative to the one that is being presented now. Beautiful. So I'm calling an axiotonal alignment with this. This truth for all of us. And to anchor it, anchor, 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 recalibrate, align, balance and harmonize. For graceful and gentle, integration and full expression in our physical reality in all dimensions of our being. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now we're going to release blame from ourselves, and then we're doing the world service. So just imagine now, because that sphere that was in front of you, you've expanded around you. It's as big as the sphere around you originally. All of those spheres are spinning on their own axis, and they're acting like a magnet now to absorb from you that which you are releasing. So I'm now commanding on your behalf and on behalf of the collective that we release all blame, all need to blame others for the state that we are in, and to release this from all layers of our being, all space and time, cellular, molecular, atomic, subatomic memory, waves and particles and quantum field, from the physical, etheric, emotional, mental and astral bodies, in all dimensions, all space and time. Just release the blame from you. Imagine you are drawing a zip in, and you are opening up Pandora's box and allowing the blame to be released. Okay, and to be released into your past as well, all around, so that the spheres around you can absorb it and love it up to the highest frequency. Also releasing denial in all its forms. So releasing blame and denial. Let it all go. See those spheres around you, just pulling it out of you until the blame and the denial is gone and we can zip back up. Beautiful. Again, I am commanding an axiotonal alignment with our divine design timeline, with our capacity to live in our divine truth, to be a force for good in this world. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, now take your bubble. Remember that there is a huge bubble around the planet, a sphere of compassion around the planet. And just imagine now that you are taking a step back from all of the intensity of Mother Earth, taking a step up in your sphere, floating above the planet, but within the sphere of compassion. And seeing now the whole of the earth, all of the inhabitants, and choosing to be an ascended master, a guide, offering the frequencies that are needed on this planet right now to help us move out of the lies into truth. We are all part of the cleanup operation. So first and foremost, we're going to bring a beam of love light through our bodies that allows everybody to start to see beyond all of the distortions of truth. So everyone on this planet can see beyond the lies, all of them. So in order to do this, I'm going to bring down the emerald green flame of sovereign love light. And I want you just to channel it down from source through your body. You will become that green and anchor it straight into the heart of Gaia. Okay? So what that means is you go straight down into the center of the earth, anchor it, and allow that emerald green to flow from the center out to affect absolutely everyone on this planet. So I am commanding the emerald green flame of sovereign love light to enter through my body and descend upon this earth, anchoring into the center of Mother Earth and reverberating outwards as a frequency of sovereign love light, empowerment, truth, discernment, the capacity to see beyond illusion and to feel safe in doing so. Absolutely safe. So protecting the vulnerable, all of the vulnerable who for themselves may be too much to accept all of this right now, that they are held in love, and that those of us who can act and make the changes do, that everyone who truly is vulnerable is protected and held and supported, and their guides and teachers are with them, and we all intend the highest good of all, for all of the collective. I am the emerald green light. I am the emerald green flame of sovereign love light. I am the emerald green flame of sovereign love light. I am the emerald green flame of sovereign love light. Feel it as a core line running through you into your earth chakra and into the center of the earth. See it move through your physical body, making the outline of your body glow. See it move through beyond your physical body into your light body, seeing your light body activated, either a 6-pointed star or diamond, and then going beyond this and seeing your whole sphere of compassion energized and strengthened. So now focusing on the center of the earth, receiving all of this. It's like the master cell is getting the information that's spreading like wildfire throughout the whole planet, through the roots that connect us all to each other, firing up the crystalline grid, and awakening 7.7 billion people plus on this planet, holding those who are truly vulnerable in a sphere of emerald green and soft pink love light. So all those who are truly vulnerable, hold them in a container of support. And everyone who has the power and capacity to awaken and act does so now. Imagine being able to see the news and to know what is a lie, to read newspapers and know what is a lie, to hear people speak and know they are lying, and then to be able to tell the truth as well as it's presented, hidden within lots of lies. The truth just comes out for us and we can see it. And as scary as it may seem, I want you to imagine that everybody on this planet awakens and feels liberated and relieved for being able to separate fact from fiction. And that each of us then knows exactly what we need to do in order to support the overruling of any laws that have been made that are not in our best interests, to overcome the message of the greater good and expand into the highest good, which has to be for us individually as well. Just see now that this light is spreading through the whole planet, and that any and all fear, any and all anger, any and all frustration and need to act out is being released from all of us, and again absorbed by the sphere around us. And our guides and teachers, our star families are supporting this mass detox, this mass release of fear of our own power. Just allow yourself to see all of these beings standing up, banging their drums, being heard, being seen, hearing each other, deciding we want something different. And as a righteous anger arises, we call down now. Wow, that's amazing, folks. Just go with it for a sec. See the whole planet emerald green glowing, and every being a part of the green. You might not see the individual humans, it doesn't matter, we are all sovereign. I am sovereign, I am free. And take a moment now to bring down the rose gold flame, which is the frequency that allows us to transmute all of the distortions of energy, the electromagnetic frequency pollution, chemtrails, any and all black box technologies, so technologies of control. And the rose gold flame allows us to step into our sovereign truth, to let go of anger, to harmonize our frequencies with our divine selves. I am the rose gold flame, I am the rose gold flame, I am the rose gold flame. So this is like a detox of the physical and energetic bodies of all of the pesticides, herbicides, antibiotics, all of the medications that cause inflammation in the body, all of the food products we eat that are not natural. So every cell, all 100 trillion cells of our being are vibrating with divine truth, sovereign love light. And pure, vibrant health. Amazing. I'd like you to imagine now seeing the awakening of this planet, seeing all of the channels of communication having to accept a turn. The tides have turned. All of the politicians, the policies that have been in place supposedly to protect us, but actually have been in place to control us, these systems of suppression and control have no power anymore. They're overruled, they're overturned. And we decide what we want for ourselves as a collective and how we want our governments to represent us. So we are autonomous, we're discerning, we are accountable. And we can all coexist with each other, balance and harmony, respect, cooperation, and choose true sustainability over globalization. So anyone or anything that we feel has power over us, would like you now just to imagine a sphere in front of you and put all of the politicians, all of the billionaires, all of the philanthropists with apparently good intentions, all of the distortions, the lies of the media, the scientists that are bought, the doctors that are bought, those who are within our systems and are in complete denial, just put them all in the sphere. Beautiful. So now as a collective, with the emerald green and the rose gold in our energy fields, we're now going to bring through a flame that is going to awaken the consciousness of all those stuck in 3D and move them through 4D into 5D so they become servants of divine will. I'm going to do this through the diamond fire. So remembering this is a violet flame with the diamond dust that reflects the colors of the rainbow. So everyone who wants to stay stuck in a 3D reality and to control through fear is not allowed to anymore. And don't worry about who you think your friends are and who they're not. Don't worry about who you think the baddies are and the goodies are. Anyone who triggers you, anyone that you feel is not representative of your true values, put them in the sphere. And now allow that violet flame to come down through you. So they become servants of divine will. They become compliant to follow through on divine will. They are bound and gagged when it comes to trying to put out distortions. They cannot do it anymore. Anything they try and do that is out of harmony with divine will is immediately revoked. They cannot do it. So feel that violet flame come through, around the planet, back up through you, and then from your heart, all 7.7 billion people on this planet, from their higher selves, are beaming divine truth through this violet flame into the sphere in front. Okay, so we're all almost beaming into the center of the planet. All of these beings, the 1% that seek to control through fear, not happening anymore, not in my name, not in anyone's name. You cannot do it anymore. You cannot act in this way anymore. We are choosing divine truth, divine alignment. We're choosing to restore this planet to a planet of choice and freedom. We're choosing to be autonomous beings, accountable and discerning. And so you see all of those beings literally handcuffed, literally unable to walk that path anymore, unable to talk it. And this is to prevent. They're not allowed to speak mistruth. None of us are. We're aligning with truth. And I invite you to send a sword of compassion. So just pierce that sphere in front with a sword of compassion and know that everyone who is in there, that is coming from their ego programming, from their desire to control, is pierced with this sword of compassion. Their hearts are pierced. They cannot do it anymore. Anything they try and do outward affects them and them only. The karma goes back to them. And we allow our hearts to be pierced as well with this sword of compassion, so we know when we're not congruent with our word, we're not impeccable with our word, and our intention aligned. So you can see then the sphere is like the center of a wheel, and we are all the spokes of the wheel. And we are feeding only divine will into that sphere, into that center of the wheel. The wheel spins, the whole of this planet starts to get the message. And because we are in the center, beaming into the center, divine truth, only divine truth is expressed in the collective. Only divine truth. Our sovereign love light, our soul truth, the highest expression of humanity, is now seen through all of our channels, all of the media, our health services. Any threat of AI overtaking the world is just sent back to where it came from. And we choose to restore the balance of humanity and nature. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So see now all those who refuse to comply, held in an emerald green sphere of love light. They can't do what they intend to do. If it's not for the highest good, they cannot do it. And those who decide to ascend with us, to actually change their ways, to see the error of those ways and to act accordingly as they awaken, are liberated. They become the beings that help support the change within the institutions we actually have. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so anyone who is intending to stay bound, refusing to align with the highest good, go to where you can continue to do what you want to do in a safe space where you don't affect anyone on this planet. In accordance with divine will, I'm commanding on behalf of the collective that you are no longer a threat to the well-being of this planet. You're taken to where you can exist, living out what you want to live out in a parallel universe, not here. I call my guides and teachers, our star families, to escort them. Only divine will is expressed on this planet. Our soul truth. And so it is, and so it shall be. May each of us receive the information that we need downloaded through us about the part that we have to play, and to have the courage to play that part. Have patience with those awakening around us, and to keep being willing to have the conversation when they are ready to have it. Finally, bringing down the flame of passionate compassion for all of humanity. This is the violet magenta flame. I am divine passionate compassion. I am divine passionate compassion. I am divine passionate compassion. And all those who are suffering, may they be surrounded with this passionate compassion, with divine grace. And may we all be expressing our power and feeling safe in our own skin. And we let go of the idea that the only way forward is to force one will upon all of humanity. It's taken away, sent back to where it came from, like a blanket of delusion. And we are left with the excitement of co-creating a new earth. Beautiful, that's it. How do we want to live? What do we want for the generations ahead of us? So seeing now with divine eyes, hearing with divine ears, speaking divine truth. I command an axiotonal alignment for all 7.7 billion people plus on this planet. And that the distortions of love are transmuted into pure compassion. And so it is, and so it shall be. So seeing now the center of our planet, vibrating according to divine will, giving everyone their instructions, helping everyone to feel safe, to speak, to act in accordance with divine will. And seeing the channels around us now reflecting truth instead of lies. All communication channels. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sit with it for a moment, feel the celebration. The light has won, it has triumphed by loving up the darkness. Our boundaries are strong physically and energetically. And we are solid, we are united. We are united in freedom. Anchored deeply into the heart of Gaia. And please repeat after me. Anchor, lock and seal. Recalibrate, align. Balance and harmonize. For graceful and gentle. Integration and full expression. In my physical reality. And all relevant dimensions of my being. In all space and all time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So breathe deeply. Feel yourself held and supported. Excited about what we're going to see start to show up in the world around us. And willing to do our part to shape this. Slowly deepen your in-breath. Bring yourself back. Yes, may all beings everywhere be happy and free. Absolutely. Come back, my dears. And whilst you're coming back, I want to share with you that last night in my yoga class, which is online and physical, we were doing some amazing work with the diamond star salutation that I'm developing at the moment. And we were really channeling our anger and transmuting it to love. So you do need physical practices. You do need physical practices. So if you want to join me for yoga, Remember to go onto my RozyGlow website. You can join up and you get 2 classes a week for the price of 1 if you join up to my classes. It's really worth joining me if you want to enjoy yoga from a multidimensional perspective. And the beautiful thing is you can be anywhere in the world and the replays are available too. So that's another reason to join my mailing list. More than anything, I need to build a list because that's where I'm going to be talking, okay? More than anything, and giving instructions for what we need. So as you come back, please let me know how you're feeling. This was a long one, a very powerful one. And I'm excited to hear how everybody feels. So definitely, may all beings, let's just say it 3 times together. I am that I am, I am that I am, I am that I am. May all beings everywhere be happy and at peace. May all beings everywhere be happy and at peace. May all beings everywhere be happy and at peace. We're all humbly releasing our ego programming. We surrender to the highest good. And so it is, and so it shall be. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good, so if anyone does want to comment on how they're feeling, that would be great. If you feel you need to go, that's great as well. Just remember to please check out the text box below because there's quite a lot of links there I'm going to put for you, videos that are very relevant. There's a whole Say No campaign going at the moment. It's really important to act into. And please remember that there are public forums going on to express your views, probably in every country. But it's very interesting that the mainstream channels are not advertising this. I don't know why, when you'd actually want public opinion to be as robust and thorough as possible, wouldn't you? That's what I think. Okay. Intense. I'd like to know more about that. Lots of diamonds. Cool. So today in the UK, it's a really beautiful day. If you can get out in nature, breathe through the soles of your feet. We have just done something super powerful. Now, please, there is safety in numbers here. So please share this video with your loved ones. Anyone who's watching it, please ask them to take part in this co-creation meditation. How are we going to actually get 7.7 billion people? Like, we've done it energetically, but we really do want to get this out there to as many people as possible so that everybody partakes physically as well. This is me in world service, unity consciousness. If you want to know more about the astrology of the time, you can check out Sarah Verba's videos. You can also check out Forever Conscious. She does some lovely blogs. That's Yasmin. And you can also check out Magenta Pixie, who's really cool as well. And my favorite, I have to say, is working with, what's the name now? I can't remember. I'll put it in the text box anyway. But yeah, look below. Have a beautiful day. I will join you in 2 weeks' time for the full moon co-creation meditation. And I am going to put some videos up in between. I've got one about multidimensional living, which is about my honeymoon. And also I'm going to put one up about the microbiome and the link to how we can actually strengthen our whole immune system and why the current public health protocols being put forward around the planet are not actually the best for everybody. We cannot have one size fits all. We have to remember that we are individual according to race, according to our genetic makeup. It's not one size fits all. So when we understand that the most important time to take care of is the pregnancy, birth, and immediate postnatal period in the first year of life, that's how we stop people being vulnerable, because we're apparently protecting the vulnerable at the moment by all being restricted. However, the vulnerable people are the ones that are at home, isolated, unable to be with others, those in abusive relationships, those who are losing their jobs, those who are too scared to go to hospitals or GPs or their doctors because they don't want to contract this virus. It's not those that we're all wearing masks for, okay? So be aware of this. It's a spin, and we are waking up to it now. Jessica Delmar, thank you, Danny. All right, I'm going to leave you now, so this isn't too long, but I wish you a beautiful, beautiful day, a beautiful weekend. I've also got an equinox workshop that's going to be online. So if you want to join me on Sunday, I will put the link in the text box below. Just join my mailing list. Do join my mailing list. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please do. And if you want to take part in Fearless, get on with it. Come on. I'm ready for you. Come in. You need to be open enough to just need someone's hand to hold you and help you come through. And I'll be right there to meet you. Okay? Take care. All the best. Yeah, well, that was a lot of energy being moved through, right? My crown is spinning. Lots of love to you. May we all prosper in all ways. You too. Bye now.